I'm Caneil Satchwell, the 2026 Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year for the Greater Tampa Bay.
And I'm Brian Best, President and CEO of GT Financial and proud board member of Boys and Girls Club for a very long time.
As a GT intern this year, I was excited to hear that GT raises money for the Boys and Girls Club. This organization has helped me find my purpose and my belonging in my community.
You know, the good thing is that purpose is important. But as a young individual, you have to make sure that you focus. So how do you focus a little bit, Caneil, when it comes to your attributions, your strategy, the stuff that makes you successful? Because you've been extremely successful.
How I focus is by keeping the main thing. Knowing that I want to accomplish something and I want to be greater for not only myself and my family, but for my community. Being someone who can make a change in my community, not just talk about it, but be about it.
Yeah.
So for you, as a young person heading into college, what's one piece of advice for me?
Well, I would think take every opportunity that's in front of you. So if something interests you, then kind of follow that path, because that's where you learn and gain a lot of experience. And the one thing in life that you can only take with you is experiences. And so the more you have, the better off you are, better decisions you can make. So
Definitely.
how about for you?
I would say the same thing, kind of. I take every opportunity and I don't pass up on any, because being someone who wanted to be in these rooms, wanted these opportunities, things that I prayed for, I just try to take them and try to be grateful and try to excel in every opportunity and rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. You've done an incredible job. And it's not easy, right? And so when it's not easy, that's when you have to push a little bit harder and make sure that you stay within your focus and your strategy. So what kind of advice would you give all the younger people? So let's say 5 years from now, you know, you're done with college, all this other fun stuff, you're moving on to the next chapter of life. What, if you look back at it, what made you successful? What would you tell them to do?
I would tell them to, number one, you have to believe and you have to keep faith in God, because without God, nothing's possible. Number two, I would tell them, work hard, be determined. Like, to accomplish anything in life, you have to be very hardworking, you have to have a lot of determination, because you will face a lot of obstacles, but it's how you overcome the adversity.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now for you, as president and CEO of GT, what are you most proud of?
You know, culture is extremely important for us, and people will, I would say a lot of leaders look at culture and they think it's a thing, right? And they come up with their own idea and say, hey, here's what culture means to me. And that's wrong, because the problem is that it's not about you, it's about what your employees want. It's about what your community needs, right? All those different things. So culture is something that should be organic. It should be real and very genuine, but it also takes a long time to build, and everyone has an equal, stance at it. So when you talk about diversity is extremely important for GT, not because of what everyone thinks, but because you have so much diversity in thought and solutions. And when everyone comes together, you get such a more incredible outset than you would normally, just going into it just with one mindset, which is not a good thing. And so for us, I mean, it's so important that culture is number one and always will be as long as I'm here. But I will tell you that our employees love it and they build it each and every day. So
that's amazing. Now for you, lastly, as someone looking to be a CEO one day like yourself, what has been the biggest key to your success?
We talked a little bit about opportunities. You asked, going into college, what would make me successful? What do you think my path should be? And we talked a little bit about just seize the opportunity. For me, I've had a lot of different positions in my background. I believe that, what we do is extremely important, but I really believe that at the end of the day, as a CEO, I think you really need to focus on just doing what's right for people, right? It's very, very simple. And if you miss that, then all of a sudden you go astray and it doesn't really sink in with everybody. So at the end of the day, like I said, culture is super important. Opportunity, every opportunity you can take, if you wanted to become any executive, even if it's not on your direct path. I've jumped into IT, I've been a repo guy, I've been around, I've done all kinds of different things. And no job is insignificant, right? No job is better than the other, right? And the neat thing about that is that you all gain experience. And like I said, those experiences culminate into a better solution, better decision. And so that's I think for me, that's been the key to success. So
that's very, very impressive. Come from someone like yourself and your pedigree. Thank you so much, Brian.
Caneil, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, Caneil.
Now, please consider joining GT and raising donations for the Boys and Girls Club.
Without you, it doesn't happen. So we really need your help. So thank you.
Thank you.